We're all about the Archers. I'm Philippa.
I'm Katie.
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Quentin, and I've got some books.
And we are here to talk to you all about what's happened so far this week. We will be focusing on the episodes of Sunday the 21st, Monday the 22nd, and Tuesday the 23rd of October tonight. You have been warned, there will be spoilers. Well, what did we think of the week so far? Katie?
Have you noticed, sorry, can I just stop you there? Have you noticed, Lauren, when we have these group chats, Philippa always goes to Katie first.
Katie's her favourite.
Because
I've made my peace with it.
No,
it's teacher's
Katie
pet.
is
It's teacher's pet, isn't it? It is.
Katie is the quiet one, and therefore we need to make sure Katie has enough
I absolutely
airtime.
assumed that was what was going on.
A bloody word
and I'm
in edgeways,
even
that's fine.
Exactly.
making an example of myself now by talking over Katie when she's supposed to be talking about
Yeah,
tonight's episode.
I mean,
Katie.
let's keep Katie out of this. Shall we just carry it? No. Katie, go.
Okay, bye then.
Go. Oh, Philippa's cross now. Making a note.
Love it.
Katie.
First of all, are there any spoilers? Because I don't think anything's happened,
No.
really. I mean,
Nothing.
I don't think there's anything we can spoil. But I do want to say the thought of being someone's first ever flu jab person fills me with absolute terror. I am so scared of needles, and I have every sympathy with David. They're trying to make him go for someone who has never done a jab before. I'm sorry. No, I'm out.
There's got to be some sort of
Mega
ethical
big
thing
flop.
behind having your father as your first patient as well. Like, there must be another way to do that, like a banana or something. And try injecting into that first.
Not
David.
good.
No, that's not happening. That was my first mega big flop and needed to get that out because that was just absolutely hideous. And the other thing I can't stand the thought of is having to wash a plough. I hate washing my car. I ain't going to wash a plough.
All those nooks and crannies.
Can't you take it through the car wash?
Shower at the same time. It'd be great.
As long as you wash your nooks and crannies, Lauren, that's the main thing.
They're all washed.
What a lovely thought. While we're on the smut, I also loved the fact that Sunday was just about ploughing.
So much ploughing.
Too much ploughing. And Brian then announces that he's entered Stella. It's
That's
like,
the best.
whoa!
It's the best moment of the week so far.
I
Top
knew
fave.
you'd love that bit.
Oh yeah, that's down as a fave. That is brilliant. Absolutely
I
brilliant.
hadn't
Knew I
noticed that
could
either,
rely
so
on you.
these two have got their mind in the gutter.
Me and Katie are on the same
exactly.
wavelength here. We always have been.
Filthy.
Worryingly.
Filthy as Ruth's plough. We are.
Oh, I love it. Yes, I thought you'd like that cue.
Yeah.
All the plough talk.
Oh yeah, love it. Yeah.
Lauren? Any?
Well, a few points. Nothing to do with the ploughing. I was I was flopping with the ploughing by the end. I was like, all right, there's enough ploughing to be going on. George ringing Brad when he hasn't rung anyone else yet. It doesn't seem like, and other people are waiting to hear from him, and potentially as a visit. I found it quite funny that Brad was like, anyway, I've got to go. What have you got to do? Your friend is calling you from prison. He hasn't spoken to anybody yet. But yeah, obviously in the end they did have a little chat and everything, and now he's decided he wants Brad to go and visit. Do you think he will visit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think he will?
Yeah, so they can
Yeah.
talk about the practical application of pure maths face to face.
I mean, I thought Jazza made quite a good point actually, saying like, if this is the opportunity you need to put a bit of distance between you, take it, and that's what his mum wants. And I thought, and also Jazza made a good point as well about saying this isn't the first time that he's thrown someone else under the bus, and that person before has been you. So all very valid points.
Yeah,
Brad's
Jazza
too
was
pure
great.
though, isn't he? Like pure maths.
Good attention to detail though, because Brad said this must be costing you a fortune, because of course it would cost George to make that call. I think it's about 35p a minute if my recent tour of a prison is correct. Yeah, so it's quite expensive. So, but he didn't seem to worry, did he? So no, it doesn't worry. It's no problem, no problem. There's always lads queuing up behind him, aren't there? Waiting.
Well, he's talking
to
about
pounce on
pure
him.
maths.
and he's got to keep his head down from certain lads. Yeah, I fear something's going to happen to George in prison. I do.
Do you think? I think he can handle himself. I don't think we've got any worries about that.
No, he's all bravado, isn't it? He kept saying to Eddie, I can't face prison. I can't face prison. It's all talk, I'm afraid. Yeah, I think quite a lot happened actually. I mean, I don't know what's happened to me really, but I mean, I'm normally just zone out of all the sort of minutiae. But actually, we've had Alice go around to see Emma and having a good chinwag with her and saying and trying to make the peace between them, get it going. We've had the Apple Day went ahead and Chris turned up against his best intentions. We had all the ploughing nonsense. We had Ben. Ben has got a new job, part-time job, working with Dr. Malik. We've got Ruth in riding boots. That'll be fun. And we've got what else do we? Well, we had all that. I mean, I hear PTA and Ian, and I have to sort of kick myself to stay alive, let alone awake. But it was quite interesting. It was quite. I mean, I just thought it finished nicely when one of the best lines of the week so far is when he described the PTA meeting as 40 minutes of fractious sniping, which I thought was a good line. Lottie seems very, very friendly towards Ian.
She's got herself right in there, hasn't she?
She does realise he's gay, right? I mean, she knows he's with Adam because she's.
I didn't get that vibe. I got a sort of Lottie no mates vibe, trying to be friends with other people.
There's something
clinging on.
She's a bit too interested in Ian and what he's getting up to, and the schism, the sweets hot dog schism at the PTA meeting. I mean, come on. I had nearly nodded off, but then I sort of woke up a bit there. So I think bits have happened. Yeah.
Did anyone think it was a bit soon for Alice to forgive the more ploughing, but ploughing on with like going straight round to Emma and just acting as though things were all fine? It felt a bit soon for me.
To me, sorry, Carrot, go. Yep.
Especially going round with a form to sign and not taking a pen to have it signed. That irritates me so much. If you're taking a form that you need to be signed, take a pen with you. Yeah, I felt very conflicted because I liked how she got Chris involved. That was good. But up until that point, I wasn't entirely comfortable. She is sort of Saint Alice, and that's not who she is. No. And I don't feel comfortable with it at all. But then can we just talk about Apple Day? Because for me, if you're going to have things like apple pie, apple cake, apple crumble, apple flapjacks, I'm in. If you've got Eddie dressed as an apple sweating, Kira telling apple superstitions, peeling an apple and apple printing, it's not exactly Alton Towers, is it?
No.
It's
But
Ambridge.
also, why hold it on a Monday? You've just
term.
had Sunday.
Oh.
Half term.
It totally lost me. I was
had
just
no idea. A Monday? That's work.
Monday. I'd go on a Sunday because I've got nothing else to do, but not on a Monday.
You've got a hangover on a Sunday, Katie, anyway. So.
Exactly. Apples may cure that. I don't know. Otherwise, it's just more cider. It's not a problem.
What did you think about Alice then, Lauren? What was your
It all just felt a bit soon for me. When I heard her go round to Emma's, I was like, oh, I would have probably got Lillian to do with this, or just made it when she next came to the stables. And yeah, like you say, a bit saintly. I put it down as a flop, but with a question mark, because it did make me feel so uneasy. Like, it really, made me think, oh, no, I'm not sure I'm into this. And then when she was sort of going into details about how her and Martha's relationship had really taken a hit, I was thinking, this person's son is in prison. So
yeah.
I wouldn't, about her absence and how much that I just thought, oh, these are all things I would not be talking to Emma about. There are plenty of other people you can talk to these things about. But yeah, I mean, I felt like Chris was a bit more of a realist about it, and this all feels a bit much. But yeah, too soon for me, unfortunately.
Well, bear in mind, Alice and her victim statement really, was a nail in his coffin.
Absolutely.
George's coffin. And now she's going around saying, what did she say? You can't use George as an excuse to be angry. To Emma. You're thinking, well, I mean, how dare you give her advice? Because
Yeah.
it was your actions being absolutely blotto and trying to get out of the car, and the personal statements, which I thought was exaggerating myself, because I don't think there was, certainly in the storylines, there was enough evidence to show this impact on her that we're being led to believe. And why is Martha suddenly freaked out about her mum? It all seems to be manufactured in the side. There's been no narrative to back that up, unless I've missed it. But I agree with you. I was uncomfortable with Alice going around quite so soon and preaching to Emma.
I feel like I agreed with her victim statement, and I imagine if you disappear from your, how old is Martha now? 3-year-old? You disappear from someone's life with no warning, and also before that you've been drunk, then I imagine that probably will have an effect. But I thought, she's just talking to the wrong person about this. Like, Emma probably doesn't really care about that. So it all felt a bit funny. I do have a fave though. I had to dig deep for faves.
Go on.
But I quite enjoyed the discussion between Ruth and Stella when they were revisiting women's roles in farming over the years. And one of my faves outside of the Archers was someone's comment on our Facebook page. Ali Grief said that the episode had been sponsored by Female Empowerment, and I thought, yes. Which
very
was
good.
Great. But yeah, I quite enjoyed that. I mean, Stella's now dropped out, so I don't know what will happen with that. But I thought, oh yeah, that's a nice nod to the history.
Well,
But Stella's still going to be there, all dressed up.
Yeah.
yeah, because hold on, what did Brian say? Because as Brian said, it's farming's answer to feminism.
Yes, that's all you need. A ladies' cup. That's all
It's
sort of
just
wrong
great.
now, doesn't it?
And then he crowned it off by saying, "You're a better woman than I am," to Alice.
Yes. Well, you know what I mean.
But he was praising her for going round to see Emma, and he did question whether she should have gone round so soon. I might have misquoted it. I might have misquoted Alice, actually. I think it was Emma who says, "I can't use George as an excuse to be angry," but that was from Alice sort of prompting her. So, yeah. So Stella is going to get dressed up, even though she doesn't want to do it. It seems a bit odd, really. Who is this mystery woman from Loxley Norton who's going to take on Ruth? Who's going to take on Ruth?
Win.
Who is this
goodness.
mystery female farmer? Who is it?
All will be revealed.
Do we know anybody who
very
lives at
exciting.
Loxley Norton? Come on, Philippa, you must know somebody. You're down there all
I know
the time.
several. But I'm not going to give away the name that I've seen in the cast list. So.
Oh, she's
she
been
does
doing
know.
her pre-research. Her
Oh, yeah.
pre-search.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's got to be done. Now, can we just focus on the throwing this apple peel over your shoulder nonsense, and it's
Do we
showing
have to
the
focus on that?
Well, we do, because I had this idea, and I don't know if everyone else has. I did see it on the Facebook group as well. That it was the letter C, so I was like, "Oh, it's Chris Carter." And I was
you?
like, "It's Mr. Chilcott."
Oh!
Yep, that's what I put. Exactly the same. Yeah, I had Ian Craig. Not gonna happen. Harry Chilcott or Chelsea.
Yes,
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Chilcott.
How
Thank
about
you very
Clary?
much.
Yeah, Clary could be a bit
Larry
weird.
was very pleased that she was helping with the apple sauce, so maybe.
What do we think about Ian being chair of the PTA now?
Boring.
It's not
Yeah.
unsurprised.
Also, just Ian, don't do it to yourself. Like, why?
Yeah.
Yes. What did
Some
Lottie?
people are saying
Lottie did give him some advice, didn't she? Sorry, carry on. Yeah.
Some people are saying it's too soon, he wouldn't be able to be chair, but this week is written by the wonderful Sarah Heher, and Sarah would know. Sarah is a mum. She has gone through, I imagine, countless PTAs and is probably writing this based on experience. So yeah, I just love the fact that he's going to send a robust email after the online meeting.
You can just
But
imagine what it's like,
I
because Lottie was telling him that there'd been some rumbles about him already. That was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Righteous
yes.
rage, he said, and I thought I can just see it. I've sat through some righteous rage meetings. I can see it.
Now, we haven't mentioned food,
Oh, yeah.
so we need to just quickly go through that because Quentin will love
He's
it
got
so
his-
much.
He's going to run out of hashtags eventually. We'll
Yeah.
keep on going.
For those,
We'll
on
be
the,
going.
for those on the audio, there is a hashtag make it stop. So we've got breakfast, big breakfast, children's fish and chips, sweets and hot dogs, apple-based food, applesauce, marshmallows, sausages, apple cake, custard creams.
Christmas beef. And that's the only
Always
other, so
missing.
congratulations.
Okay, thank you very, very much. Well, as that obviously will be Quentin's Star of the Week, I'm sure Quentin won't have another Star of the Week except the food to make, but never mind. Quentin, do you want to go with food as your Star of the Week, or do you have something else?
What do you think? Sorry, what do you think's my Star of the Week?
I said I'm sure food is your Star of the Week because you love
it's not.
it so.
Funny that. No, it isn't. It is
Do
something
you
you
eat
can
food,
take.
Quentin?
I love food. I eat too much of it. I just can't see the obsession with it, or the interest, or the relevance to the narrative. But there you go. And I think
You're not alone.
No, I'm not. I have legions of secret supporters who message me privately and say, "Keep going, keep going." But it's a fruitless, pardon the pun, task when I have you and when I have you and Philippa. I'm up against you two, so. Because I think Katie's a secret supporter of me, but she's too loyal to say.
I'm on the fence as always.
Yeah. Sorry, my Star of the Week. My Star of the Week,
Yes.
far tastier than food, is Brian. Just for the entertainment value, in a fairly mundane week so far. Essentially for putting his dinosaur hooves into everything. So Brian gets my star. There you go.
Lauren?
I actually hadn't written one down, so that's how moved I was by the whole thing. But I'm going to take Ben. So good new
nice.
job for Ben. I'll take Ben as the Star of the Week.
Okay.
Katie?
Mine's David, because I just really can't think about him getting that jab.
Oh,
Just want to give him a hug.
It's haunted
Oh,
you,
yeah,
hasn't
David,
it?
come on. It has, because I struggle. I really can't do them. So, yeah. Good luck, David.
And yet you
Be
have
thinking of
tattoos all over your body. I mean, how do you do
I
it?
know, and piercings. Yeah, no one gets it. I don't get it either.
No, I
They're
don't.
different needles in my head. I don't know
It's
why.
just one rather than ding, 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 ding. Yeah,
It's a lovely impression of a tattoo there, Quentin. Well done.
fairly accurate.
My Star of the Week is going to be Ian, because he's trying. No one else is volunteering, so he's suddenly now having to chair the whole thing. I think he's going to end up not only teaching the whole school, but also the head teacher as well.
And
because
dinner lady.
Within a week, yes, and dinner lady. Predictions. Lauren?
Oh, well, the only thing I sort of written down was will Brad visit George? And I'm wondering if anyone else will get an invite, or whether this is sort of his sort of gateway person, because it doesn't sound as though he's been in touch with anybody else. So I don't know. No predictions, really. Terrible. No Star of the Week. No predictions. Get her off.
I think it's safe, though, for him to talk to Brad and get him to visit, because he's not having to soak up all the awfulness that Emma's feeling.
Yeah.
And I do understand it. Sorry, Katie, what's your predictions?
Mine was also about Brad going to visit George, but I feel like he's going to turn up. George is going to be a bit battered, because it did sound like he's been involved in the fight, and it's not just a fight that's happened. I think he's going to be a little bit battered, which may shock Brad, but then he's told to keep quiet. But also, is George then going to rise from the ashes and become one of the dodgy ringleaders?
Ooh, he's got it in him.
I don't know.
Very good.
I don't trust him.
Quentin?
My prediction is that the script editors will come raiding our Facebook group page and nick one of the suggestions for the name for Fallon's new cafe. I did put a post up asking for suggestions, and they come flooding in. And I have to say, first of all, that Philippa refused to allow my first suggestion of Fallon's buns. That was disallowed by Philippa. I was in Mansfield today, Philippa, and I honestly drove past a shop, and Katie will know this because she lives in the East Midlands as well, and she probably has been to Mansfield. I spotted a shop today with the title Big Baps. That's honest. But anyway,
That's the dream.
That's the dream. Smut aside, I suggested on my posting that bearing in mind it's an Ely cafe that she should call it Bake to the Future, which when I last checked had over 80 responses, Philippa.
Oh, really? I was going to say it's not your best work, Quentin, but...
Oh, come on. Anyway, I think I might have been... Do you know, I've gone off, Lauren. But
it happens.
I might have been eclipsed. Look at this sisterhood all ganging up on me. Anyway, there have been other outstanding contributions. Graham Bell suggested e-vegan, which I thought was quite clever.
Oh, very good.
E-vegan, very good. Pendragon Party She's other half. So not him, but his other. their other half, suggested the current bun, with 2 R's for current as in electricity. The current bun. I thought it was brilliant. But this one, I think, would be the Boaty McBoatface entry from our Facebook page. It comes from Marie Bray, who suggests "Up yours, Natasha."
Yes.
Which has received a lot of love on our Facebook group. So there you go. That's my prediction. One of those will get nicked by the script editors.
There we go.
Excellent. I think that'll be bonus content for YouTube with the time we're overrunning. But
Come
never
on.
mind. My predictions are that the spooky disco will be a disaster and Ian will need therapy, and that in November it's split pea soup week. So nationally, Eddie will be dressed as a split pea and Kira will be telling lots of split pea superstitions. There you go. You heard it here
Looking
first.
forward
Now,
to it.
on Saturday, there is the bonus episode with your questions that you put to the editor, the king of the archers, Jeremy Howes. So you can hear all of that on Saturday. And we'll be back on Tuesday with more of our midweek madness. Until then, it's a goodbye from me.
Ta-ra from me.
Goodbye from me.
Bye-bye from me.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.